Hi, I'm John Aubrey, Iota Lambda 239, and I'm here doing video interviews with the founders of the Iota Lambda chapter of Sigma Nu fraternity at Jacksonville State University. With us today we have Harold Armstrong, Iota Lambda 5. Thanks for being with us today, Harold.
Thank you for getting me here.
Okay, let's start off with the questions. What is your full name?
Harold Bennett Armstrong.
And your initiate number?
5.
Okay. Did you ever have a big brother?
No, being one of the first out of TKO, we didn't have big brothers.
And did you have a little brother?
I did. It was Robert Weiss.
Okay. And what is your date of birth?
November 26, 1952.
And your hometown?
Hometown is Bessemer, Alabama.
And how, with you being in TKO, tell me about that experience.
Well, it's just, it was a good experience because I learned to get out in public, meet people, met a lot of friends, and really kind of came out of my shell, so to speak. You know, still young, still trying to find myself, and just had a lot of people that could help me achieve those goals.
And do you remember how TKO was formed?
It was actually formed as intramural sports teams, and just kind of grew and expanded very quickly from there, where it wasn't really sports related. So.
Okay, and how did TKO transition over to Sigma Nu?
We just had different people in the university itself had approached us and kind of wanted us to go with a national fraternity because we had such a close-knit group together, and we were doing more on campus than a lot of the national fraternities were at the time. So, and then we had voted to talk to different nationals, and different nationals had come to us. And to be honest, I was leaning towards one of the other nationals at the time until Dr. Lightsey and the contingent from West Georgia College came over and had a meeting with us tonight and that night, and just listening to them, seeing what they were really all about, we all just voted that night pretty much unanimously to go with Sigma Nu, and I haven't regretted it a bit.
And what was it like being a colony?
Well, we had a lot of things to do that we weren't sure, if we was doing right or doing it wrong, but apparently with some of the leadership we had within the colony kept us focused and going in the right direction. So I think at the time we were the quickest colony in Sigma Nu to receive the charter. So.
And what do you remember about the night y'all were actually chartered?
A lot of people at the house. Basically, the house was to be torn down where Boozer's drugstore was going to be built, and I think after that party we invited everybody in the city basically to come, and they didn't have as much to tear down after we got through that night, because just had not that we was being mischievous and destructive, it's just so many people there, and that old house just wouldn't take the quantities.
And we're going on the 46th year of the chapter. What do you think about us being in our 46th year, and did you think that the chapter would last this long?
Never really thought about it at the time. I felt like we had a group and we had something going that it was something that's going to last. Just how long, it was hard to look at, because there's other fraternities that was on campus that thought they were going to last forever, and they just weren't around very long. But big thing is having the right group of young men coming in to continue, the values and everything we're supposed to be.
And being a new chapter on campus, what were some of the challenges y'all faced?
Well, just like I said earlier about being charter colony and everything, trying to figure out things as we went along on what we're supposed to be doing, how we're supposed to be doing things, and just keeping ourselves straight and not getting too full of ourselves and getting too cocky and getting too carried away to where we forgetting what the fraternity was really about.
And what were some of the key factors, or who were some of the key people during that time that contributed to the chapter's success?
I could, have a lot of people disagree, but Michael T. Smith to me was probably one of the biggest. He kept us really focused. He kept us in line, helped us realize what we were supposed to be doing. And he's the one that helped bring in the gentleman from West Georgia for the meeting with us that night. So, and Mike kept us, like I say, he just kept us directed in the right way. And those other people also, Jim Donovan, did a lot in the beginning. Stuart Christopher helped a lot. He kept the books very straight. He kept us, funded right. And just so many different ones had, a little bit here and there, their specialties that combined everything together to make it work.
What were some of the philanthropies or like stuff y'all did locally that had an impact on like the people of Jacksonville that you remember?
We just tried to get involved with the school functions, local city functions. Now I know, like the year after I graduated, the one big thing that started up that always comes to my mind is the Easter egg hunt. And I believe Jim Donovan had a lot to do with it. But that was something for the whole county that kind of made them look at us differently than they looked at the other fraternities. Because we were trying to do something for the community and not just for the individual chapter.
Did you ever go to Grand Chapter?
I did, as a columnist. I was, there was Stuart Christopher, Andy Miller, Jim Russell, and myself drove out to Scottsdale, Arizona, while we were still a colony for the first one that we attended.
And what was that experience like?
Very eye-opening. I mean, you saw people from all over the country, from other, backgrounds than what we had, but they all there for a common goal for Sigma Nu, to get things, pass laws and regulations that everybody had to abide by. So it was, like I say, I hope one day to be able to get to another grand chapter.
Now, we've had several of our founders that have passed away. I'm just going to start saying names, and you tell me what you remember about them. So we're going to start off with Alex Baker.
Alex was very outgoing, of course on the basketball team, and he liked to take charge on a lot of things, and but he was a very good person. We got to be really close, before he graduated, and then not so much afterwards. He, like everybody else, just kind of drifted apart.
Okay. How about Royce Brady?
Royce was someone I had knew vaguely from. He didn't go to high school with me, but he was from the area, so kind of knew him. Royce was one of those that would do anything for anyone, just about any time you ask him. Very nice guy, and very supportive of everyone else.
And Joe Fulton.
Joe was a person with a great heart that would really try to put out an effort to do what he could for everybody also.
And Bruce Coleman?
Bruce, we were close, but not as close as some people, we should have been. I'd gone over his house, met his family on a couple of occasions down in Alexandria, Ohatchee area. But he was someone that, he was ex-military already at the time, so he was a little older than most of us. And I think that's another quality that helped him help us.
As we're winding down, a lot of the newer brothers are going to be viewing these interviews and learning about the history of our chapter. But is there anything that you want to tell these newer brothers, advice or just anything?
Well, it's a brotherhood, and when you join it, you're not joining it really just for the time you're in college. It's supposed to be for life. And I've got friends, I might not see them every day or talk to them every week or two, but we still in contact with each other. And you just got to maintain that. Continue, make sure you're getting your studies done. That's your main objective for college. But also try to help your brothers out when they need it. Just extend that fifth arm of the star for the helping hand.
Okay, well, I guess that ends our interview. Thank you for being with us today and doing it.
Took a while to get me here, but glad I did.